Hey, this is Darren, day 237, I think. So, if you're following along, I'm going back and writing the book that goes along with the movie script. And I'm going through rewriting some of the chapters. I'm trying to write a chapter a day, at least 6 days a week, to try and get this done, but gain that momentum. Anyway, so how do you handle like those devastations, those tragedies, those shocking moments in your life? I've never told this story publicly before. So about 3 or 4 days after I won the world championship of public speaking, I went back to my day job at Bose, and they had put a little sign up in my cube that said "Home of the World Champion" or "Cubicle of the World Champion of Public Speaking." It was cute, and then at the same time, it was yeah, I didn't know how to take it. It's in my cube, and I was dealing with, even though I had this huge accomplishment, I was still had this doubt, like this unworthiness. And one of the things that I was trying to do is, okay, how can I leverage this accomplishment to be able to quit my day job and do this full time? So when my little marketing brain kicked in, and I was like, hey, I work for Bose Corporation. Like, they put ads in the biggest magazines. They are huge ad spenders in magazines. They've got to have some influence in magazines. So I thought this would be perfect. So I called up the head of PR and I told them what happened. And the woman, very politely, very matter-of-factly, and really kind of without emotion, she said, "We don't do press releases about individual employees." I was devastated. I thought this was perfect. This was brilliant. It would be a win-win for Bose and for me, getting articles and my story done in all these magazines that we spend millions in. And so then I started realizing, why me? I started playing the victim, and I thought back to the previous lessons in my life. If it's to be, it's up to me. And I prayed about it, and I thought about it, and I had heard through the NSA, through the National Speakers Association, about publicists and what a publicist does. And I had just paid off all of my debt, all of my college debt, all of my subway debt. So I didn't owe anybody anything. And I started thinking about, well, if I hired my own PR firm, I'm taking responsibility. And I thought about it for a couple of days, and I said, that's it. This is my one chance, because I thought if I get on The Tonight Show or if I get on Oprah, then I could have a career and I could finally do what I wanted to do for a living and walk out that door for the last time. And so I called up the publicist company, and I think it was about $3,000 a month, and they had a 3-month minimum. So I looked at my credit card, I thought about it, and bam, $12,000 right up front. All right. And I was so excited. So I go to work every day, doing my job. I'm like, oh man, let's see what happened. Let's see where they get ads placed, or articles placed, or my story placed. And every day they would give me a report of all the different places they submitted it. And it was really cool. And I thought, man, it's just a matter of time now. And about a week later, September 11th happened. I remember sitting in my cube. You probably remember where you were. And I remember sitting in my cube. All of a sudden, people started popping up like gophers and looking around and talking to each other. And people were shocked. And then I heard the stories that the plane hit the tower. And then the second plane hit the second tower. Hey there, Danny. And life changed. The meeting industry came to a screeching halt. So, obviously there's much bigger things than Darren going for his dream. And I remember talking to publicists, and they tried to spin it every way they could, but my money was gone. So I was now in debt again, paying interest, and there was no meetings industry. It was devastating. And honestly, I did not know what I was going to do. I lost one mentor who screwed me over. Another mentor died, and now September 11th happened when I was trying to quit my day job. There you go. But we all have our devastation. We all have our shock moments. We all have those moments of, what am I going to do? Pray. And that was not part of my plan, but it was devastating on so many. And we had to heal. Like, this wasn't about me, but we all still look at our own worlds and how does this affect our own worlds. So that was wow, made me realize the world was a lot bigger than the world in my head. But I honestly didn't know what I was going to do. So, what do you think of that chapter? Put in some comments if you're willing to. Any thoughts you had, because I wrote that as a chapter and kind of just leaving it hanging, because that's where it felt for a long time. So, hey, thanks for tuning in. Love the feedback. Appreciate it as I work on this third book this year. This is crazy. I haven't written a book in 15 years, and now this is the third one this year. It's just pouring out of me. Yeah, thank you, Danny. I found my devastating moments formed my later successes. Well said. Exactly. Thank you, Danny. See you, everyone.